I
Like,
want you to use the receiver that's one of the highest paid receivers in football. That's arguably the best receiver in football. That is a mismatch versus every fucking cornerback he goes up against. That's what I want. Is that such a hard thing to ask for, John? John just talked about the run game and obviously what they were able to do to the Rams team. Now let's talk about that passing game. Obviously, they do have, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Well, I know you want to run on this football team. You do have great receivers, and A.J. Brown gets to see an old friend out there in Emmanuel Forbes. They don't have the best. They don't have the best cornerbacks, John. They got Akello Witherspoon, Emmanuel Forbes, and Kobe Durant out there. And Witherspoon is out. He broke his clavicle against the Titans in week 2 and is now on the injured reserve. So we're looking at Emmanuel Forbes as cornerback 1 and Kobe Durant. Like, I know we should run because they couldn't stop us in the run, but holy mackerel, this is an opportunity to pass on this football team.
yeah, I'm glad to see Emmanuel Forbes is back. I thought he might retire.
Me too. Me too. Oh, man, me too.
Yeah, he's probably not looking forward to this one. AJ didn't take the bait yesterday, but I mean, boy, he really beat him up when he was in Washington. And early indications are he's not playing well with the Rams either. Durant is certainly the better of the two, but ironically, because he's limited, I guess, from the standpoint. Now, remember, they lost, as you said, Witherspoon. So, that's the starter. And Durant is sort of the third corner, but yeah, they're not good. They're not good. But the Eagles aren't good at passing football. So that is weakness versus weakness. But the Eagles have good players, so can they figure it out? And I think the only way the Eagles figure it out on the passing game, as I said, it's counterintuitive. You almost want the Rams to score because that forces you to come out of the shell. And then the passing game will get better.
Right. But still, you got that matchup over there, man. That's an opportunity to take advantage of that for sure. Emmanuel Forbes is listed at 6'1", 180, and 180 might be a little generous for Emmanuel Forbes. So, A.J. Brown, come on, man. If there's a day to get him involved, get him involved. I want to see it, John.
Yeah. Well, yeah, A.J. wants to see it too.
I don't know why. I don't know why the Eagles don't want to see it more.
Well, I think they do, but I think they're
really. I think they don't. Like, I don't think they care. I think they're just like, all right, let's just keep winning, and who cares if he's involved or if he's not.
Well, I'm at the point where I don't know what people want. Like,
I want you to use the receiver that's one of the highest paid receivers in football. That's arguably the best receiver in football. That is a mismatch versus every fucking cornerback he goes up against. That's what I want. Is that such a hard thing to ask for, John?
Well, do you want AJ to have 140 and lose the game, or do you want AJ to have 50 or 40 and
don't you think 30? There's kind of a faulty premise involved though, where people are like, oh, if you pass, you're going to lose the game. Like, I don't agree with that. People are like, well, why do you want the passing stats when people lose the games who throw a lot? And I'm like, I'm not saying I want to throw for 400 yards. I want to get A.J. Brown involved. Why does that
you want to throw
for losing the game?
You want to throw for 221 yards.
200, that's my number I said yesterday. 200 keeps the defense honest.
And yeah, that's about execution though. That's all that's about. Not about changing philosophy. They just haven't thrown the ball well. And again, people aren't ready for that conversation because most of that lands on one person. And they don't want to have that conversation. So, when that part of it gets better, you'll be at that number you're comfortable with. If it doesn't, you're going to be in trouble at some point. But history says it's going to get better.
Yeah. Well, I hope it will. A.J. Brown right now, 6 catches for 35 yards on the season and a long of 8 yards. That is what I don't like to hear. All right. I know we've talked about it. 8-yard long. That's where I said I think it's still further condensing, John. I know you said it didn't condense further this year. It feels to me through 2 games that it has. I hope they get him more involved in the game. But we'll see if they do that. And obviously, they have a lot of ways to beat this team. I really think the Eagles are just a good matchup for the Rams, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I dispute is the effectiveness and the execution as condensed. The mindset hasn't condensed. The mindset was just picked up where they left off from. It's the same mindset, which is, don't turn the football over, play from the lead, and run out the clock. And get the hell out with a win, which they've done to their credit.
Can you answer me something? Why does the narrative exist, John, that Jalen Hurts can't do play action or doesn't like to do play action? Like, you have Saquon Barkley and AJ Brown. It's like the perfect setup to run play action. I don't buy the narrative that Hurts can't run play action. Why don't they run more play action, bootleg, rolling out a little bit? I mean,
he's not comfortable being under center. Again, anybody could line up under center. Can you do it effectively? Anybody can line up anywhere.
You can do it effectively. Like, I don't know if I buy that.
Well, there's a bunch of quarterbacks who don't line up under center. More quarterbacks don't than do because they're not comfortable with it because they've grown up playing a certain way for their entire football life. So then to turn them, like, footwork is a big thing with quarterbacks. Like, people think it's like no. When you're under center, you got 3-step drop, 5-step drop, 7. Bang, bang, bang. Ball's got to come out on time. Back foot hits the ground, ball comes out. It's not what he does. So I don't.
But he can do it. I mean, I've seen him do it.
And anybody can do anything. You could line up Saquon Barkley at quarterback and say, do it. Anybody can do it physically. Can you do it effectively?
I think the dagger in the Super Bowl was play action, wasn't it?
But again, the one play scouting is the problem. Like, when you say somebody's not effective at something or somebody's not comfortable at something, you're speaking in a more holistic standpoint of, if you do it consistently, you're not going to get the results you want versus what he does feel comfortable with, which is shotgun or pistol. You're going to see more consistency from that.